Those are
Red light, come on.
Hello, my name is Jennifer March, and this is my introductory speech. I am getting my degree in dietetics at Barton Community College, and then I'm going to transfer over to Kansas State University. I'm going to give you a little bit about myself. I was born March 27th, 1973 in Escondido, California, to Patricia Ann Grant and Michael McGrew. I lived with my parents until I was 6 years old, and then they divorced, and then I went to go live with my grandmother, Norma Jean Grant, and my grandfather, Edward Grant, until I was 14. And then my mom was done playing around with life, so she came back, and she had remarried. So myself, my brother, and my sister, we all moved with my new stepdad and my mom to Utah for about 6 months, and then my dad got a job transfer, and then we moved to Texas for another 6 months, and he got transferred again, and then we moved to Florida, Orlando, Florida, which is where I pretty much grew up. I went to high school at Maynard Evans High School and graduated with a 4.0, and I got a little bit bored of working, and I really didn't care to keep working in the civilian world, so I joined the Army Reserves, and I did the delayed entry program. And during my senior year, I went to basic training, and then I came back and finished off my senior year, and then I went to AIT for medical laboratory technologist and a medic, and I was a medic during the Gulf War, a long time ago, I know. Then after that, I came back to the civilian world. My unit got inactivated, and I went to the inactive regular reserves, and I did that for about 4 years, and I had my son Jonathan, and we were on our own, and we really didn't have any money to support ourselves, so I decided to go on active Army. So in 1997 I joined the active Army, and I went to Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and I was made to reclass to be a secretary. Not my biggest choice, but you know, I had to do it. So I went to there for a while, and my first duty station was Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where I was a paratrooper, and I did that for a couple years. I loved jumping out of airplanes, but then I decided I want to have more children, so being a parent and being a paratrooper really didn't work out too well, so I asked for a transfer to 18th Airborne Corps, and I worked over in the G3. Basically what I did is I made deployment orders for people that were underneath 18th Airborne Corps, and I deployed them all over the world. I worked there for a couple more years. It was a total of 6 years at Fort Bragg, and then I transferred over to Korea in 2001, and I was an executive administrative assistant for DISCOM, and I did that for about a year, and then I came back from Korea, and I got to go to MacDill Air Force Base, which was really nice because it's really warm, and I lived right on the beach, and I lived there for about a year, and I went to reclass, and I was going to stay in the Army a little bit longer, and I was told I couldn't stay in my job, that I had to find a new job. So I got a choice between military police, military intelligence, and being a mechanic. And I'm not very good with my hands, so not very coordinated, so mechanic was not a choice. Wanted to be an MP because I thought I'd really enjoy that. And I didn't really want to do military intelligence because that's an oxymoron, everybody knows that. So I applied for military police, and I got denied because they said they had too many, and I had to go do military intelligence. So I went and I reclassed to Common Ground Station Operator at Fort Huachuca, Arizona, and I went to my first unit, which was at 297th MI Battalion in Fort Gordon, Georgia. And while there, I got deployed to Iraq for 14 months, and when I got there, I didn't do my job. I was a tactical vehicle commander, and did 243 convoys in Iraq and survived 7 IED blasts with just minor injuries. And then I came back, and After that, I was in the unit for about another year. Got tired of it, so I decided to go to Germany. I was in Germany for about 6 months, and I got deployed again to Iraq. And this time I actually got to do my job, which Common Ground Station Operator, what we do is we track enemy movement, and then we report it to the ground guys, the infantry, and then they follow the bad guys and they pretty much wipe them out. So I got to do that for 15 months, and then I came back from Germany and I was there for about another year, and then I transferred over to Fort Huachuca, Arizona, where I got to be an instructor, and I got to instruct Global Command and Communication Systems, which is a intelligence system that they use to basically put all the information together and create a product that goes back down to the ground guys, and then they can chase after bad guys. I got to do that for about 3 years, where I met my husband, and we got married in 2009, and we decided that we wanted to foster, and we ended up fostering 1 kid, and all of a sudden it turned into 5 kids. So now we have 8 kids all together, so it's a little crazy in our house. I ended up retiring out of medical because of some of the injuries I received in Iraq, and now I'm a full-time mom and a full-time student. And that is all for my introductory speech. Thank you very much.